Hi, Dr. Felder. My name is Thais Garcia. My classmates, Kayla Hinton and Sage Parker, developed a multilingual student support toolkit. Title and content layout with list. In this project, we will discuss multilingual students, ELL programs, ESL programs, practical assessment tools, teacher strategies, professional development, family engagement planning, and support resource for teachers and parents. Multilingual learners are students who are developing cognitive understanding in multiple languages. This classification is an based approach. This term recognizes the totality of students and acknowledge what they may bring into a classroom and what they can obtain after getting further resources and skills. This recognizes what students know versus what they don't know and honors it. Multilingual students must learn to adapt to different social norms, expectations, and new language, most commonly English. ELL program, also known as English language learning. These programs are designed to help students become proficient in English. This goal is to make sure they're meeting their academic standards as their English speaking peers. The purpose of this is to get students caught up and performing on the same level. Also, to ensure they can participate in social activities, perform well academically, and have the opportunity of higher education. This LL program can be a range of bilingual students or education for English only immersions. This program also gives a special instruction to students while they learn and participate a new language to integrate into a whole group setting. ESL programs, also known as English as a second language. These programs are designed to support students whose primary language is not English, helping them develop the language skills necessary for academic and social success in English speaking environments. These programs focus on improving proficiency in listening, speaking, reading, and writing, while also fostering cultural awareness and integration. Types of ESL programs. The first one will be pull out ESL. In this approach, students are removed from their regular classroom for a specified period to receive concentrated language instruction. The second one would be push in ESL. An ESL teacher works collaboratively with the general education teacher in the regular classroom, providing language support during the content lessons. But this program also come the sheltered instruction, where teachers modify lessons and content to make academic subjects more accessible to English learners, often incorporating visual aids, simplify language, and make interactive activities. Bilingual education, students are taught both their native language and English, with a focus on gradually transitioning to English proficiency. And the last one would be dual language programs. In these programs, students learn in two languages, for example, English and Spanish, aiming to develop fluency in both while ensuring academic success. With the dual language program, I think that most Hispanic students could take advantage of this because they're students that are coming from Spanish speaking countries to the United States, and the majority of them they don't know how to write in Spanish or reading in Spanish as well. Practical assessment tools. To effectively support multilingual students, it is important to have a toolkit that enables educators to assess their learning needs, strengths, and cultural or linguistic assets. A toolkit should include tools like language proficiency tests, formative assessment for learning progress, and tools for guiding cultural and linguistic assets. Language proficient assessments are essential in identifying students' strengths and areas for improvement in both their native and target language. Tools such as wider access English language proficiency across multiple skills. Additionally, uh, COLP, which is Cognitive Academic Language Proficiency, and BICS, also known as Basic Interpersonal Communicative Skills, helps differ- differentiate between conversational fluency and academic language. The language experience approach, um, L LEA, utilizes students' spoken language to create personalized reading and writing materials, providing valuable insights into academic and conversational language development. Formative assessments track students' progress, helping identify areas of growth and support needs. Tools like language portfolios collect students' work to provide a comprehensive view of language and academic development over time. A strategy like think, pair, share with target feedback and normal observations offer real time interactive insights into student speaking, listening, and overall engagement, allowing students to assess allowing teachers to assess both language proficiency and content understanding. Tools for gauging cultural and linguistic assets help teachers understand and celebrate the diverse background and multilingual students, fostering an inclusive environment. The Student Cultural and Linguistic Assets Inventory collects data on students' languages, cultures and experiences, helping personalize instruction. Translanguaging practices encourage flexible use of multiple languages, while family engagement tools extrain homeschool connections and provide insights into cultural influences on learning.
Teacher strategies. Developing teaching strategies are a vital part of classroom management. Effective teacher strategies create welcoming classroom environments where students are actively engaging. These teacher strategies are critical to academic influence of multilingual students. Some strategies would include observing how students demonstrate their learning, collaborating with other staff and teachers, learning multilingual learning standards, understanding students with oral practice, engaging with families, enhancing student understanding of primary languages, teaching vocabulary, and incorporating students' native language strategically. Next, we'll talk about professional development for teachers. Professional development helps all teachers stay up to date with the latest curriculum changes and teaching methods. Some professional development we think schools should offer for multilingual students are how to support multilingual students, observe and feedback skills, language classes, and communication skills, learning how to be clear and concise. Now we'll talk about the family engagement planning. The first we're going to talk about is multicultural strategies. So documenting translation. So ensuring that all essential school documents, such as enrollment forms and newsletters, are translated to the native languages of the parents. This helps families understand important information about school policies and events. Bilingual support. Employing bilingual staff and teachers and professional interpreters during meetings and events to facilitate communication to ensure all families feel welcome and included. Preferred language communications. Offer communication offers to parents' preferred language. During parent teacher conferences, conduct discussions in the parents' language to promote understanding and encourage active involvement in their children's educational progress. This collaborative approach helps set clear and achievable goals for for students. Next, build relationships. Conduct regular home visits or personal outreach. Strong Building strong relationships with students and their families through constant consistent home visits and personal outreach via phone or video calls. These interactions foster open communication, allowing families to share concerns and understanding their children's educational progress, creating supportive environment for both home and school. Encouraging teachers to learn basic phrases in students' native language. Supporting cultural inclusivity by encouraging teachers to learn key phrases of their students' native languages. Providing resources like language apps can help educators connect better with their students, making them feel valued and understood. And hosting family events that celebrate diversity, organizing events like family literacy days that celebrate cultural heritage, including bilingual story times, book exchange, and interactive language activities to promote learning and strengthen community bonds, allowing families to engage and share with their traditions. But something to remember, understanding that diverse cultural backgrounds of your student's family is vital to creating an inclusive learning environment. Engaging parents through surveys or cultural nights can learn about their traditions and values. And you have to respect the family's traditions, values, and practices. This is essential. Acknowledging that significance of the customs by accommodating dietary restrictions, organized religious holidays, and allowing cultural expressions in the classroom, this approach fosters a space where all students feel seen, respected, and connected with their identities. Another strategies for involving parents is having family involvement in the learning. To enhance home learning in both languages, various effective strategies can be implicated, utilizing technology such as translation tools, educational apps, and video conferences, facilitating communication between families and teachers bridged by any language gaps. Providing bilingual books and resources encouraged at home reading, allowing students to explore stories in both languages. Engaging in activities like reading aloud or discussing stories can provide vocabulary development. And inviting families to share their cultural experiences through class participations enriches the learning environment. These interactions celebrate diversity and strengthen community bonds, making education more relevant and meaningful for the students. And finally, you have to empower the families. This can include encouraging parental involvement in school decision making. Schools should hold regular meetings or to allow parents and families to share their insight on educational policies and programs. This engagement empowers parents and enhances the school's community. Offering opportunities for parents to volunteer in class or in school events fosters community spirit and enriches the learning experience. Schools can create volunteer programs that tap into parents' unique skills in various areas, incorporating cultural elements meaning to the classroom activities and school events. An example can be organizing a cultural celebration that can highlight Beer's heritage through food, music, and performances. This can encourage families to participate by sharing their cultural specialties. And finally, to support bilingual development, schools should provide specialized workshops such as bilingual parent education sessions. These sessions can equip parents with strategies to promote fluency in both languages at home, covered activities, resources, and techniques to encourage a love for both languages and celebrate cultural diversity. Some valuable resources that teachers can use to help their multilingual students are websites like Color in Colorado, the National Clearinghouse for English Learning Acquisitions and Language Instruction Educational Programs, or the NCELA, and the Center for Applied Linguistics. Some instructional materials that can be used in a classroom is dual language books, bilingual dictionaries and glossaries, and multilingual medias. Some classroom support that teachers can have is bilingual teaching assistants or interpreters, small group instruction, and translating practices. And finally, the professional development can be workshops and seminars that teaching English learning on teaching language learners in cultural and linguistic diversity education courses. Some valuable resources for parents that can be used at home is focusing on the home language support, which encourages families to continue their native language at home and strengthen their child's linguistic foundation. Bilingual materials like books, videos, and activities can presented in both languages help build vocabulary. And parent education that provides information and guidance on fostering bilingual development through activities like reading, storytelling, and conversations. Some websites and books that can be used as a resource can be Coloring Colorado, 0 to 3, Raising Bilingual Books, a book called Raising Bilingual Children, a Practical Guide, and the Head Start Dual Language Learner Toolkit. Some school-based support can be family involvement programs. Schools should be able to engage with bilingual families by implementing tailored ESL programs and hosting informational events that educate them on available resources. Parents should be able to have a active participant in their children's education. Having good communication with your children's teachers and having regularly discuss with your child's progress and any concerns with their teacher. Having a collection of bilingual books in both languages, and also partnering up with the community organizations. Local organizations are essential to supporting immigrant and multilingual families by offering viable resources. The NABE, or the National Association of Bilingual Learning, advocates for bilingual students and promotes educational quality, while the National PTA focuses on parent involvement and strategies to engage families of English language learners. Together, they help create more inclusive educational environment. And that is the end of our video. Thank you.